Dear students, I am your social teacher, MVM School, Yelahanka, Newton. Children, today's lesson continue the same lesson, Nayakas, Palegaras and Naada Prabhus. So lesson overview, Nayakas of Surapura and Naada Prabhus of Yelahanka. Most important kings, Hiriya Kempegowda second and third Kempegowda. So this is a Surapura Samsthana. So this is surrounding fort only. Children, the present Karnataka was scattered among various principalities before integration. Apart from establishing political supremacy during the later part of 18th century, the British exploited the people in agriculture, trade in order to protect their own interest. This exploitation created insecurities across Karnataka. That's why many Palegaras, Nayakas and Yelahanka Naada Prabhus also can oppose to British rule. So today's topic, Nayakas of Surapura. Already we know that Surapura Venkatappa Nayaka, that is a famous king also. Surapura in Yadgiri district is situated in between the rivers Krishna and Bhima from 1637 to 1858 century. Totally 12 Nayakas ruled it. Gaddipidda Nayaka were the founder of this dynasty. Surapura Nayaka dynasty, Gaddipidda Nayaka. His ancestors were in the Vijayanagara army, can do the work in Vijayanagara army. They were among the scattered groups after the fall of Vijayanagara Empire. So many scattered, small principalities can scatter the group after the fall of Vijayanagara Empire, and after getting the official permission from Bijapur Adil Shahis, at the same time can do the give the permission Bijapur Adil Shahis. They started to rule from Vaginagiri. Next to Pitambari Bahari Piddanayaka. So can started the ruling 1687 to 1726. He made Surapura his capital after constructing it. Later, in accordance to the agreements between the British and the Hyderabad Nizama, Surapura come under the control of Hyderabad. So in Bahari Piddanayaka's time, so Surapura come under the control of Hyderabad. Raja Nalavadi Venkatappa Nayaka can started the ruling 1843 to 1858 century. Thus, he is the son of Raja Krishnappa Nayaka come to power. The news of the first war of independence in India reached Surapura. So already you know that first war of Indian independence can started 1857 only. So who is take the position? Venkatappa Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka. So this news can spread reach Surapura. At the same time, first war of independence also can started. Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka had a plan to fight against the British by unifying the kings of South India. So all the South kings can started the ruling. So that's why Raja Nalavadi Venkatappa Nayaka can take the position. He enlisted Arabs and Rohils in his army. And he also started to train the army. Different techniques, skills also can given the armies. On hearing these developments, British officer Thornhill wrote a letter to Captain Campbell on 24th December 1857 and directed to him to take immediate action against Raja Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka. So Raja Venkatappa Nayaka can oppose to British rule and can started training to this army. So all the information can go to British side. So immediate action against Raja Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka. The British regiment entered Surapura in 1858 and a battle ensued. The enraged army to Surapura broke the bones of Strout. Newberry also fell. At the same time, meanwhile, Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka traveled to Hyderabad to bring the special forces to Arab and Rohil. At the same time, the British forces entered to Surapura and destroyed it. Always Britishers only can destroy all the kingdoms. The Prime Minister of Hyderabad Nizam, Salar Jung, handed over Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka on the pretext of helping him. So can take the request with the intention of getting a favor. British kept Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka in a prison at Secunderabad. Later he was subjected to enquiry and was awarded death sentences. So the Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka served death sentences. And the play made by British officer Meadow Taylor, the Governor General of India, drafted the death sentences, condemned him for 4 years deportation. So this is only Nallavadi Venkatappa Nayaka. While he was taken to a fort in Channagalpet near Madras, the British betrayed and shot the resting Venkatappa dead. So false news only. Later they spread the false news that he committed suicide. So he was Venkatappa Nayaka. Later he British gifted Surapura to the Nizam of Hyderabad. Successor of Surapura province spent their time under the Nizam. So last ruling only under the Hyderabad Nizams. Finally, when the provinces of Nizam of Hyderabad merged with the Indian Union on September 17, 1948, Surapura also merged with India. So can join to Hyderabad provinces. The Surapura Nayakas have contributed to field of culture and still finds resonance in the mind of people due to the pro-people programs and many constructed tanks, temples, forts and palaces. Many jahagirs, land gifts, so they're given. They had to provided inam land to sustain the worship of the patron god Venkataramana at Tirupati and Gopalaswamy. They had offered patronage to many artists, sculptors and musicians can give cooperation. So this is a contribution of Surapura Nayakas. Many literary works of good values were written during their reign. They were known for their religious tolerance. So totally finally, the Surapura rulers always accorded to prominent place to paintings. So many designs and techniques also can use. Surapura paintings are high quality. The Surapura paintings stand unique from Vijayanagara. Vijayapura and Mysore paintings, these paintings can be seen in the Museum of London and Salar Jung Museum in Hyderabad. Now also we can see many artists and paintings in Surapuras. So children, next topic is Naada Prabhu of Yelahanka. We also live in Yelahanka. So Naada Prabhus of Yelahanka. So who's the founder of Naada Prabhu dynasty? Ranabhaire Gowda is the founder of the Yelahanka Naada Prabhu dynasty. After Ranabhaire Gowda, Jaya Gowda, Gidde Gowda, Kempananje Gowda, many rulers can rule. The most powerful ruler of this dynasty is Hiriya Kempe Gowda. We know that Yelahanka, so there is a renowned name. So most of the people, we know Yelahanka means that is Kempegowda ruler. That is a famous. Therefore, the rulers of Yelahanka are known as the rulers from Kempegowda dynasty. So they were called Naada Prabhus, the ruler of Vijayanagara Empire. They ruled Bengaluru, Ramanagara, Tumkuru, and undivided Kolara districts during this period. So can covered many places in Karnataka totally. Since Yelahanka was the first capital, Yelahanka is the first capital of Naada Prabhus. They are called Yelahanka Naada Prabhus. All the kings also can call it Yelahanka Naada Prabhus. Later, Bengaluru and Magadi were their capitals. Bengaluru and Magadi were their capitals. So Hiriya Kempegowda. So can started the ruling 1532 to 1597. Hiriya Kempegowda founded Bangalore city in 1537 century. He built a fort in Bangalore and started his rule from there. He built Basava temple of Basavanagudi, now also is there. Someshwara temple of Halsuru, now also is there. So once you visit children. And extended the Gavi Gangadhareshwara temple. So that is famous. So come to next month only. In January 14, what's the special festival? So that day only we see the Gavi Gangadhareshwara temple. So that's a famous. He is credited to building several prominent tanks. Some of the Dharma Buddhi tank and Halsuru tank. Now also Halsur lake is there. And Sampangi tank. Hiriya Kempegowda was a devotee of Gangadhareshwara of Shivagange. Now also another name Dakshina Kashi. So now Shivagange is there and built several chowtries and agraharas. So before there is a main, that is a education center also. So any persons can travel, so can stay that places only. That's why can build several chowtries and agraharas. He also earned the title Prajavatsala. He recognized his Pu's administration. So that is a very good administration can give Hiriya Kempegowda. He is the Hiriya Kempegowda. So next another one king Kempegowda II. Kempegowda II was also the elder son of Hiriya Kempegowda. So same name only can continue. During this period, Army General Ranadullah Khan of Vijaypura Adil Shahi, he is occupied Bangalore in 1638. So before Kempegowda only can started the rule and Magadi and Bangalore. So capital of Yelahanka Naada Prabhus. But Vijaypura Adil Shahi is occupied Bangalore in 1638. Hence Kempegowda II started to rule Magadi and Kunigal region and made Magadi his capital. Usually the rulers of this family are called Magadi Kempegowda. So now also as the same Magadi Kempegowda's rulers. So after the Vijaypura Adil Shahi is occupied Bangalore, after Kempegowda can made Magadi is a capital. Next can started. That's why Magadi Kempegowdas, all the rulers of this family. Kempegowda II had marked the borders of Bengaluru and had built 4 watchtowers in marked places during this reason, his reign only. Bangalore grew as a major weaving center. So now also that is a decrease, I think. So before that is a main weaving center. The built forts at Magadi, Savanadurga, Huliyur Durga, Hutri Durga. So that is a small hills, Durga and others. Like his father, he also constructed new villages, temples and tanks. So can give the concentration to the main occupation is agriculture. That's why can construct tanks and constructed new villages also. So next ruler, Hiriya Kempegowda II. Overall, so Kempegowda II handed over the political power of Magadi to his son Kempegowda III. Third Kempegowda. So I can give the position to the third Kempegowda and the power of Kunigal provinces to his another son Hiriya Kempegowda II. Kempegowda III can started the ruling 1641 to 1674 century. So he was constructed the Kempasagara tank in order to tackle drought. So already we know that our farmers gamble with our rain. Sometime heavy rainfall, sometime can creating floods, sometime drought situation. That's why so he was constructed many tanks and lakes. Hiriya Kempegowda II was not only the brave, but he was also a multi-language academician and earned the title Nava Kavita Gumba Pumbawani in recognition of his literary achievements. So he can give concentrate to education also. That's why he got some title. His queens built agraharas, tanks and temples in Kunigal and Huliur Durga. Now also is there. Later the regions ruled by Yelahanka chieftains merged with the Mysore provinces. After, so can started Hyderali, Tipu Sultan can occupy the all the Yelahanka regions and all the regions. That's why can continue the Yelahanka chieftains merged with the Mysore provinces. Thank you, children.